Step on my shit!
I often go on tour with GUTALAX.
Like this.
Rectal smegma, I think SQUIRTOPHOBIC.
Old lady drivers, aborted Hitler cock, fart surgeon.
The music can be shit if the band name is fun. Then I really like the English scene though. The people are nice, go and party hard.
Bird flesh on my dangalang and they said it was okay.
Prison dating.
Yeah, and they stood in my shit, so everyone's a winner, really. Oh, hey, Carlos.
Everyone's a winner, baby.
I've seen people getting knocked out by accident. Like if they I don't know, by accident hit head to head, or by accident get an elbow in the face, or
Gotta build those muscles, bro.
yeah.
We have Gino Partymosher with us. How are you, good sir?
I'm doing good. It's a bit early for me. I work normally late shift, so this is definitely not the time for waking up for me. But I'm doing good, thank you.
Yeah.
How are you? How are you yourself?
I'm fine. It's early. It's 8:30 on a Wednesday morning when we talk to each other.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I got a morning cup of coffee and all set up for a good time with Gino Partymosher. Let's start with the name, brother.
My name?
Yeah, Partymosher, Gino Partymosher.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Actually, I just use my normal name on Facebook, but then I went to so many festivals and had so many strange pictures on my Facebook. Then I wanted to apply for a new job. So I thought, nah, if they're gonna search for me and they find out that weird stuff, they're never gonna hide me. Hire me, sorry, not hide me, hire me. And then, so I changed the name and I thought about it, and yeah, as you might know, I'm sometimes in a mosh pit. So for me, that's one big party. So I thought, why not Partymosher?
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, it is a name just for getting a job interview done and getting hired. But it seemed to stick and work out. So that's all good.
Yeah, cool. So Partymosher, and you try to hide your party persona when you're trying to find new jobs.
A bit, yeah. You have seen, of course, my Facebook and you've seen me in real life. I was always wearing pink and tutus, and I think there were 1 or 2, 3 years that I bought a massive dildo to obscene extreme. I thought it might be not the best idea to have a job interview and that being brought up.
Yeah, sounds reasonable and understandable.
Yeah.
So we've met each other many times during the years in Holland, in England, in Trutnov, of course, Czech Republic, Obscene Extreme.
Yeah.
And you're a guy who always has a big smile on your face. It's very easy to spot you. You're like 2 meters high, something like that, like 2.1 maybe.
Yeah, 2. 2 is what my ID card says, at least. So I stick with 2 meters. Yeah.
You're fucking a mountain of muscle. if you were an animal, you would be a Belgian blue. But you're not from Belgium. You're from Holland, and
yes,
you always have this awesome like party animal theme going on. And you're very easy to spot since you're always in the mosh when the bands are playing.
I'm trying to, yeah.
Is that a fair description of you?
I think so. Yeah, I really love my parties, and I love them most when I'm in the mosh pit, because that's where the hardest party is going on, by my opinion at least. It's a good release from work or regular life, and yeah, in the mosh pit I think I'm totally off of thoughts and just enjoying to the fullest, I guess.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself, and not in a work interview, but
That's a pity because I'm really good at work interviews. No, no, I would describe myself. I think I work hard during like regular life, and I try to party hard during off time. Uh, yeah, and that's where most people see me. So yeah, I think there I'm on my happiest. So I would describe myself as a funny, hardworking guy, I guess.
if you would describe your party persona, if you would have a blind date with someone and you should meet at a festival and you should say, "Look for this guy," how would you describe yourself?
Oh, I think I would describe me as a tall one with dreads and a big smile on his face and spottable in the mosh pit, I guess. I
Okay.
think that's the easiest. If you search for me, don't search for me in the beer tent. I'm not often there. So search for me in the mosh pit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Most people, like at metal festivals, I guess their fuel is alcohol. What is your fuel?
My fuel, water and music.
Yeah.
I think I need to hydrate, so I drink loads of water because, especially on summer festivals and warm gigs in squats or in smaller venues, that it's super warm. So I try to stay hydrated. And beside that, it's the bands and friends that keep me going on.
Yeah, that's it. You never drink alcohol. That's it, right?
No, no, I don't drink alcohol for nearly 16 years now.
Yeah.
So that's a long time.
You're an odd bird in an extreme crowd, I guess.
So, what really happened yesterday? Too many mojitos?
Yes, a few too much. Then absinthe was not a good idea either.
Yeah, and there's quite often people think that I have been drinking, especially when I dress up. In the time I were wearing pink, people thought I was wasted. Because who does that? So who does that sober? But yeah, no, I'm a sober bird in the mosh pit.
Yeah. What band got you into like extreme music from the beginning? What band won you over?
I think like when I was I don't know age, but I think we had a student in our class who listened to Metallica. I didn't know much about the band. She thought that I might like it, so she made me a tape with some, I don't know which album, I think Load or Reload. No! So I started listening it, and then it was quite nice. And then I think Limp Bizkit and Slipknot and all that stuff came on television, Linkin Park. And from that on, I started listening a bit more to that kind of music. And I think on my birthday, my mom got me a Cannibal Corpse album, and from that point on, it went quite fast. Then I first came into brutal death metal, and then gore grindcore.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. When I met you the first time, I took you for a person who listens to like the more ironic kind of grindcore, like or at least to me, like porno grind, gore grind. I mean, gore grind isn't ironic in that sense, but in some kind of way, like a little bit more funny themes. So to say, and would you say that culture, like, and the mosh pit was more important than the music at that time.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was a funny way of music. So it was a lot of dancing and I don't know, confetti, inflatable toys, call it. That was a bit like a carnival, but then with a bit more aggressive music. That way it started at least with the obscene extreme and that kind of festivals. Was a lot of gore grind bands indeed, or porn grind, or how you want to call them.
Yeah. At what year did you start to go to Obscene Extreme?
2011 was my first time.
2011.
And that was my first time, and I never skipped a year, unless last year, of course, because everybody missed that one.
Yeah, I think I'm one of the few people who actually has the armrest band from last year.
Oh, you got one.
Yeah, I actually got it. Are you one of those persons who always save them?
I still have all of my wristbands, I guess. Yeah, they were. I think now for a year 7 back, I still were wearing all my festival wristbands, and there were quite a lot. But yeah, it started to get smelly. I became a nurse, so at one point I thought to cut them off.
Yeah, like the hygiene aspect of it, maybe.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. If you have to take care of wounds and stuff, that's not the best thing.
And what armrest bands from which festivals did you have them?
Oh, that's so many. I've been to Grasp of Metal meeting in Belgium 8 times or something. I've been to Wacken 4 times. Obscene now 10 times. Some Dutch festivals, which are not worth naming by my opinion. Some smaller festivals. Geez. Parties on quite a lot actually.
Yeah, I think the last time I met you was at the Stonehenge festival.
Oh, Stonehenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure I forget a couple. Oh, Pitfest in the Netherlands. That was quite a good one.
Yeah. And Fuck the Commerce maybe?
No, I've never been to Fuck the Commerce. I've been to Grind the Nazis Camp quite a couple times. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
The time when we met, I remember Rotten Sound were playing, and Birdflesh of course, and and the Arson Project. My old band was also there.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like a really nice night for me.
It was amazing. Yeah. It is every time a really good time. Lot of dancing going on. A lot of great people. It's in Germany. Know quite a lot of people in Germany, so it's always good seeing a lot of people again.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's amazing. Oh, if I think back, I miss it.
Yeah.
It's now over a year since my last mosh pit, at least. Not my last concert. That was in March, but yeah, horrible.
What type of space does the moshing fill in your life? If you could describe it, what's the purpose?
A massive one. Like I said before, I work quite hard, and I think my job can be rough mentally. I work in a mental hospital, so sometimes you need to blow off steam, and I think mosh pits and concerts are a good source for that. So actually, it's a big escape of normal life, like where normal life you need to pay bills, pay your rent, work, do groceries, all that kind of shit, and concerts, and for that moshing mostly, is a nice escape of that. It's like a little mind reset, so I can keep going on with regular life.
And the moshing, I mean, if I would show a person at my job, for example, what the concerts looks like at the take Obscene Extreme for an example. they will probably look at the mosh pit like something like that people are hurting each other. What's the like the if you would like give us like the basic rules that everybody's understanding about the mosh, how would you describe it?
At least how I attend the mosh is it should be friendly. It can be hard, but it's you never dare to hurt someone. It's like you can do pushing, like shoulder bombing, whatever it is. But by my opinion, you don't hit. I'm not a big fan of violence dancing. That's not really the scene for it, but sometimes there's a bit of overlap. I think I've been to a Nils concert where there was a lot of violence dancing, so yeah, there is a bit of overlap in that, and I'm not a big fan of violence dancing. And a big one is if somebody falls on the floor, you pick them up. I think that's basic rule. You don't want to be trapped by other people. And yeah, I don't know if that's a rule, but that's what I think. There's not somebody better in moshing or worse in moshing. I'm heavy and I'm tall, so for me it's quite easy compared to somebody who weighs like 60 kilograms. Then yeah, I weigh double the amount of kilos. So for me it's easier, but doesn't mean I have less respect for somebody else. I think respect is a good thing. And another rule, by my opinion, is the people who are standing around the mosh, leave them alone. Like, don't push people too hard in it, or don't drag people in who don't want to be in there.
Yeah. Have you ever met like a violent person in the mosh pit?
Oh yeah, plenty of times. And sometimes people like they want to prove they're strong, and other people get mad about it, and then there's a tension or even a fight going on. And maybe because I'm sober or because of my work, I'm quite alert on that, so I try to stop it because it's not worth it. A fight in a mosh pit is stupid. It's not the place for it, by my opinion.
If you would ask like a psychiatrist or something, I guess they would say like the mosh pit is has the like it's like a prepared war dance, like to prepare for war or something, right?
Some will even say it's self-harming, maybe.
yeah.
Because you get bruised a bit, and yeah, for some people that's some kind of self-harm, maybe. No, but I think if you show it to psychiatrists, they have their meaning about it.
Have you ever gotten yourself hurt in the mosh pit?
Oh yeah, plenty of times. I never broke something, but I think cat. I snapped some fingers. I never broke them, but I bruised them, and I got some. What happened? Bruised knees, swollen up arms, not moving my hand anymore. I think Dillinger Escape Plan, they played the last tour in Amsterdam. I snapped my fingers all the way back to the wrist, and I couldn't move my hand anymore.
Oh shit!
Wasn't broken. But yeah, I do moshing since what is it, 2002, 3 maybe. So, and I do quite some concerts and festivals in a year. So I think, yeah, it's not too weird that something happens sometimes.
And what's the worst accident you ever saw in the mosh pit?
Oh, I've seen people getting knocked out by accident. Like if they I don't know, by accident hit head to head, or by accident get an elbow in the face, or I don't know, stage divers knock out sometimes. That stuff I've seen, and I've a couple times seen some broken legs, and I think one time on Wacken I've seen somebody with a broken leg. That was not the best. But yeah, it's always a bit hard to say where it comes from. So if you're super drunk, then your body is not so tightened up anymore. So there's maybe a bigger chance to by accident break something.
This is what I say now. It's probably not true, but I think I've done my last stage dive in my life. Like the last 2 times.
Obscene.
I just fucked it up.
I,
Like last time, I just fell on the back of my head, and my sight were gone for like 30 seconds.
was that the one on Obscene?
Yeah, and it was not when we were playing. It was I can't even remember which concert it was, but I totally panicked for like 30 seconds because I couldn't see anything, and it was just horrible, and it just flashed before my eyes because I had the responsibility to drive my girlfriend back to Sweden from Czech.
Oh, that's not the best thing, bro.
And she doesn't fly, so we would have been in a difficult situation, to say.
I think I had my last stage dive in 2012. I guess it was during Spasm. It's even in the 2012 after movie. I jump off stage with a little boat.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be fun to climb on one side of the stage, have no eye contact with whosoever, jumped off on the other side of the stage. Nobody catched me, and I hit the floor quite hard. And I think I fucked up. Obscene in the mosh pit. There is stairs in the mosh pit.
Yeah.
And I think I hit one of the concrete thingies, and my both knees were swollen up, and I needed to drive back as well. So that was horrible.
Oh shit! And you didn't, and you didn't even have alcohol to.
Nope.
To handle the pain with. Shit.
No, that was horrible. I really hated that feeling, because by that it was the end of the moshing for that weekend. I think it was second or third day. It was during Spasm, so you should look it up what day it was. But every time when I sat down and I needed to stand up, it was horrible. So that was sad. So never stage diving for me again.
And which year was this? Did you say?
2012.
2012.
I always show it to some friends, like, oh look, that's me failing.
When we played, what year was it? 2017 maybe? 2016, I can't remember. I said something like, right on the floor. That fucking.
And that's of course on video as well.
Yeah. I'm not.
That's the.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I said that's the worst thing. Everything got caught on film by now, so every fail is always on camera.
Nah, I really just think it's fun. I mean, what didn't kill you just made it funny.
Yeah, that's a good one actually.
Yeah.
And it's always fun to show people, I guess.
Yeah, for
At least that's what I do.
And if you would think of like the best concert that you ever visited, like for the best mosh, what is like the top 3, if you will mention them?
That's a really hard one. I've been in so many good moshes. I think most were not Obscene. I remember the year when Napalm Death and Warm Rot were playing quite quick after each other.
Yeah.
That was heavy because they both played nearly an hour. So there was 2 hours of constantly full moshing. The year Insect Warfare was playing, that was super crowded. I think that was one of the harder moshes. And I thought if I break something now, it wouldn't surprise me. And yeah, it's so hard. I've had so many good mosh pits. Actually, nearly all mosh pits with more than 3 people is a good mosh pit. And sometimes I even can enjoy it when I'm nearly alone. I've been to a gig with Trap Them. They played in Liège in Belgium, and there were not too many people moshing.
Yeah.
But then it's just 3 or 4 people, and I enjoy the music so much. I was totally up into the music, and I can still enjoy it a lot. So
Yeah, and you are more into that type of like music today, because if we like go back a couple of years, I mean, I would guess your favorite bands were like Spasm, Rectal Smegma, GUTALAX. You know,
Yeah,
I don't mean to disrespect in any kind of way, not in any kind of way, but like musically, I would say I fall more into the trapdom camp here. Yeah.
indeed. I changed through the years. I listened to a lot of gore grind, and I think by then there was a massive overlap from grindcore and gore grind, and I still find it funny live sometimes. But I turned a bit more into serious music, a bit more with a story behind it than just all the gore grind bands who mostly have not too serious lyrics. Yeah, and it's a bit more aggressive, and maybe I need that a bit more now. I everybody has his time in life when it's a bit more. Yeah, I don't know, angry text, angry music. It's a better release for, like I said before, my daily things.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, a lot of grindcore, fastcore, power violence, and whatsoever fits in that street. I'm horrible with like putting stuff in boxes. If I like the music, it's nice. I don't care, even though it's pop music. If that's what I like at that moment, then it's what I like. So if it's called grindcore or power violence or whatever.
If you can have like one band, like one concert to attend for the rest of your life, which band would that be? Which concert
I think
would that been?
it's horrible. It's horrible to say actually, because I have a lot of friends in bands. So if I don't call that band, they will hate me for the rest of their life, I guess. But I think which always make me super happy is Horse Bastard from England.
Yeah.
It's fast. It's I don't know. It's always gives me a massive smile on my face. But there's so many good bands. It's hard to say. But I think always if people ask me, like, can you let me hear something you listen, and I mostly show them Horse Bastard.
That's a fucking good name, by the way.
It is actually, yeah, it is, and they're good people as well. They're nice, they're friendly, a bit crazy.
Yeah, and about crazy bad names, I mean, yeah. What's your like top 5 bad names? I interviewed KO like last week, and he mentioned a band that I never heard before, and he mentioned Grateful Dad instead of Grateful Dead, and I really thought it was yeah, that's fucking funny. I mean,
oh yeah, I think a lot of gore grind bands have funny names. Yeah, you already said Rectal Smegma. I think SQUIRTOPHOBIC. Anal Penetrate. There's so many weird names, and if you go a bit more to the slam bands, then you got all the weird diseases and medical terms, like all the ectomy bands. There's so many strange band names. At one point, I thought it's like even a sport. The music can be shit if the band name is fun, then you're on it. I even thought to start a band once, call it Cockfatty.
Cockfatty?
Cockfatty instead of confetti.
Ah! Oh.
But yeah.
I found a band called Aborted Hitler Cock.
Okay.
From London.
Oh, from London even.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow. I bet they can play never.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just tried to find the worst grind band names like ever, and I found like fuck the retarded girl. Fuck, man. Like the
There's so many weird names though.
Yeah, I think the best one. I think the best one I found in the grindcore scene was old lady drivers. It's just offensive and funny and like, yeah.
That's actually not too bad. You can even come up with that. Like, oh, that's even at a work meeting. You can say, oh, my band, and then you can say the band name is playing instead of using all the horrible terms you can never use somewhere.
Yeah. But I think the grindcore scene had a lot of those names, so I started to like scout the internet and try to find like other type of bands with like funny names, and I just found a awesome list of like good names. They were like menstrual pancake,
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one. Shit.
goat motor. That was a that was a big one. Prison
Nice.
prison dating. It's
Oh
freaking
wow.
awesome. But I think the two best I found was fart surgeon.
Yeah.
If you would have a band, what would you call it, Gino?
Oh, by now it will be hard. Like I said, back in the days, I would have thought about cockfetti,
Yeah.
but by now it would be a bit more serious, I guess. But oh boy, I never thought about it because I'm so not. I don't really play. I played back in the days a bit of bass and a bit of guitar, but never good enough to play in a band. And I don't know, my vocal range is not that good. I've done a couple songs with some bands
Yeah.
on stage. I've done ones with Begging for Incest or with Portuguese guys. Oh jeez, it's horrible. I forgot the name.
It's fine.
I-
It's fine. Yeah, but I think I've seen some pictures online when you are standing with a microphone.
Yeah. That's true. I do that sometimes. I can growl a bit and I can grunt a bit, but yeah, for at least for grindcore, it's not good enough. And if I want to play a band, it must be aggressive. So
Yeah. But you don't play music yourself anymore.
No, I tried. I tried to get back in it again when I think I had an injury, so I couldn't do sports. So I try to play a bit guitar, a bit bass, but I don't have the feeling. I can't write my own music, so I can only play what other people wrote. And yeah, it started to get boring at one point.
What
Sorry.
what is your go-to band when you like want to like listen to music? What's the first thing that comes in mind?
So sorry, what was the question?
Like your go-to band. If you would play me a song right now, like the usual track, what is the most common band on your list?
What I played myself.
No, I mean, what's the band that you listen to the most?
That's a good one. It kind of depends. I have my cross-punk moments when I listen to a lot of Skid System, Dysphere, that kind of bands, and there is that moments I listen to a lot of grindcore, fastcore, so Horse Bastard, Ona Snob, Lugubrious Children, all those. I'm a big fan of English fast stop and go music, and if I do workout, I listen Expire and, like I said, Trap Dam, a bit slower, a bit more aggressive, I guess. All Pigs Must Die, those kind of bands I like to listen when I work out.
If you had like one festival that you would call your like favorite festival, would that be OBSCENE Extreme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still my favorite one. I would have attempted it for the 10th time last year, if it was there, and I'm not even sure if it will happen this year. I guess not. It would surprise me, let me say that, but it will be my 10th time, and so far that's the most I've ever done a festival, so that's, I think, a good sign. Yeah, next to that, I will come up with, I don't know, Chimpy Fest and Dread Fest, both in England. I really like the English scene though. The people are nice, go and party hard.
Bird flesh on my dangalang, and they said it was okay. Yeah, and they stood in my shit, so everyone's a winner, really. Oh, hey, Carlos.
Everyone's a winner, baby.
Step on my shit!
So, what's the plan? What's the next festival to visit?
Yeah, it's a bit hard because at the moment I think OBSCENE is the first one that's still not cancelled.
Is it? I thought it was Stonehenge, but I may be wrong.
Oh yeah, that's earlier, of course. I'm always horrible with planning. I always have to check my monthly calendar, like, oh shit, this festival's happened now. Yeah, but you know what the thing is for this year? I don't really dare to hope, because last year I got disappointed so much. Every time I hoped, okay, maybe this festival, and then maybe OBSCENE, got cancelled. Maybe Chimpy Fest, got cancelled. So everything got cancelled. So for this year, I don't dare to hope. If something goes on, I'm super happy, of course. But so far, it's quite hard to travel in and out the country. It is possible, but hard.
Yeah.
With a 10 days quarantine, get a negative test, all that kind of bullshit.
Yeah. God damn it. Yeah.
So,
But this period, it will soon be over. I mean, soon it will be back to normal.
I hope. Yeah. If it ever will be as normal as it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep hoping, but on the other hand, I stopped hoping and just see what's coming up. What I normally did was plan all my free days for parties. Like I can plan my schedule quite okay if I know the gigs in advance. And now I ask my days off, but yeah, I'm not too surprised if it got cancelled again.
Yeah.
Same with tours though. I would have been on tour in 2 days with Teeth Grind and Inhumate.
Awesome.
Yeah, that one got postponed a year now.
What's your job on tour?
I do merchandise for bands.
Yeah.
I often go on tour with GUTALAX.
Like this.
Some countries with them, and a couple Europe tours with the Finland, to a tour in England, and two or three Europe tours. So that's quite nice. And I've been on tour with Gorgasm and Reckless Magma. So yeah, goes quite well.
And you got to know these persons in the bands when visiting concerts, right?
Yeah, mostly that happens. I think my very first tour was with Lividity. I met them on XXX Zapada na Tromba in Portugal. There I met those guys, we talked a lot, and then when they were back in America and I was back in the Netherlands, they asked me to go on tour with them. And so it started. We played on places, and there I got to know people who invited me for their next tour. And that's how the ball started rolling.
Oh, cool.
Like I said, I'm not a musician, so this is for me the chance to be on the road on tour and see a bit of the other side of band life.
Kan vi köra den igen? Kan vi köra den igen?
Vilken trevlig stämning.
The traveling part, I've done now 4 nightliner tours, so yeah, that's weird. That's unrealistic every time again.
Cool.
That's that's unrealistic. And before that, you do like van tours, and that's 100% fine. But sleeping in a big bus where you can also do, I don't know, PlayStation and chilling and partying, and waking up in a different country is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and I'm really grateful for that. And it shows me a lot of countries and places I've never been before. So
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's really luxurious to be in a fucking nightliner bus.
yeah,
To not
it's
have
great.
the waking hours, like traveling all the time. Like you
Yeah.
wake up in a new city. That's awesome.
yeah, it's so, and especially you're tall as well. We're tall people. It's never easy to sleep in a van.
The first the Arson Project tours,
Oh,
or at least
the really
one.
long one.
We did a couple of those, I think.
Yeah.
But the one, I can't remember what it was called, but was it Black Clouds over Europe? I think. I think it was 7 weeks. I think we toured in a small combi car
Oh.
with a fucking
That must
roof
have been-
box.
Oh shit, that must have been horrible though.
It was like totally packed with the our personal shit and merchandise and the roof box. Yeah,
Oh boy,
It was,
that sounds horrible.
yeah, but it was nowadays it's a really fun memory. But yeah, I wouldn't do it today.
Yeah, because if you have to rent a van, that costs loads of money as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I do some weekend shows with Teeth Grinder often. Then I drive or I just attend them. But I know it costs some money to rent a van, especially if you don't have your own one. Then you have to rent it, and there goes the gig fee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's I think that's the usual story for a lot of bands. And yeah, the only way to make some cash is selling merch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you do.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do for the band, so they can just enjoy it the fullest, and they don't have to think about all the merchandise and standing behind the stand all the time. And especially if you do like a nightliner tour, then you have 3 or 4 bands. So then I take care of the merchandise of all 4 of the bands. And I like to do it. Like I said, I got to see a little bit of countries and places. And the funny thing though, wherever you go, there's always people you know. At least I always see people I know. So that's always nice to see those people back again. Like if you're in Italy or you're in Austria, Czech Republic, wherever, there's always people you haven't seen in a while, and then you go on tour and you see all those people again. That's amazing.
Yeah. Have you ever attended festivals outside of Europe?
No.
No?
No, I've never been. I've actually never been outside of Europe. So
next year or this year, hopefully this year, you need to come to Malmö. I have this fest called Malmö Massacre. Did you see the bill for it?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, looks nice. I hope it will go on, and I will try to. I've never been to Sweden actually.
I need you in the mosh pit.
Then we should have contact about it, and I come over.
Yeah, for sure.
I like those invitations to come over. I always like to see people again. So and it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. God damn it! This is the this forum. What we're doing right now, like this podcast. This is like my substitute to like meet people. For sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually a good one.
Yeah.
I like to see your videos, so I was super honored when you asked me.
I'm really happy that you took this time with me also.
Yeah, of course.
And I know that you were going to attend some boxing, some training violence.
I tried to, yeah. I did kickboxing for 5 years or something, and I stopped doing that when I moved to Rotterdam. And now 7 years later, I have a couple colleagues where I start doing boxing. It's a bit of combination with boxing, kickboxing, and even some Krav Maga. It's nice. It's a 1.5 hour workout, and it's nice. It gets you back in shape again, because that's what you need when you want to do moshing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Gotta keep yourself strong.
I said it gives you a bit of the same rush, because you go. Sometimes if you have a longer mosh or a festival, and then at one point you get tired, but you want to keep going on. So sometimes you go over your limits, and then it's a bit of condition thingy. So that same kind of rush I do have for that 1.5 hour kickboxing, boxing. So it makes me feel happy again.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. Yeah.
So that's like the substitute for moshing right now.
Yeah, I try to do 2 times in the week boxing/kickboxing, and then 4 times in the week a bit of weight training at home. Try to build my own home gym now, because all gyms are closed, and everything is closed actually here in the Netherlands at the moment.
The gyms are still open in Sweden, but I haven't visited the gym for like 2.5 months. So I only do it at home. But it's fucking boring to do it at home. I'm not gonna go into my training schedule. It's almost non-existing, like the last 2 months. God damn it, man. I gotta build those muscles, bro.
Yeah. Boom. Those guns.
Those guns.
So those guns, yeah. I'm really trying to, for the same reason as I did all the concerts. I need to get my head off daily life, and then when I do a workout, I'm not thinking too much. So that helps. So and it gets me fit, and that helps me with everything else, with work, with shows, with walking up the stairs, with everything.
Yeah. Walking up the stairs to the stage at OBSCENE Extreme next year.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be really fun to be on stage again.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it as well. I think we're gonna round this up. Keep it under an hour. I'm really happy that you took this time with me on a Wednesday morning. And thank you very much.
Thanks again for having me. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't less scary than I thought it would be. I'm not used to interviews though. You interviewed me on OBSCENE. That was I was nervous for that too.
You shouldn't be. You're an awesome guy.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's really appreciated. But it's sometimes it's even weird for me, because what I do is mostly for my own fun. I'm not performing. I'm just having a lot of fun, and it's really nice when people like you enjoy that so much that you even want to interview me. So that's amazing, and thanks again for the opportunity and having me.
Dude, my pleasure. And for the people at home, thank you very much. And insert jingle here.